It's no secret that Micah Parsons' contract talks have been the hottest topic in Cowboys Nation lately. Everyone's been waiting for the big update, and today, we finally have some insight into what's really going on behind the scenes. From what I'm hearing, Parsons isn't interested in the typical 4-year deal we've seen with other stars, like Dak Prescott or Miles Sanders. Instead, he's pushing for a 5-year contract, aiming for around $45 million a year, with a signing bonus in the neighborhood of $70 million and roughly $180 million guaranteed overall. That's a hefty contract, no doubt, but it shows just how much the Cowboys value him and how much Parsons believes in his own worth. Now, it's important to understand that it's not just about the total numbers. Jerry Jones himself pointed out that the devil is in the details, how the money is structured, where the guarantees lie, and how the contract impacts the team's salary cap in the short and long term. The Cowboys have to juggle multiple resignings, and that means they need a deal that fits their bigger puzzle. So, while the headline numbers sound massive, it's really about how the contract is dissected, with money spread across years to keep the team competitive and flexible. Despite all this back and forth, Cowboys fans can take a deep breath and feel confident. Jerry Jones has made it clear that he isn't letting Parsons walk away from Dallas. The ownership and management want to keep him in the fold because he's a game changer on the fence and a core piece of the franchise. So, while the negotiations may take some time and the contract might not be the usual 4-year pattern we're used to, the faith here is strong that the deal will get done. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Parsons will get that 5-year deal with the guarantees he's asking for, or will the Cowboys find a way to keep him, but on a shorter, more traditional contract? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button and ring the bell so you never miss updates like this as they unfold. Trust me, you want to stay ahead of the news this season. Alright, that's the latest on Parsons' contract saga. Up next, we'll dive into the 2025 offensive depth chart, breaking down some surprising names and promising players you'll want to watch. Stay with me. Looking at the 2025 Cowboys offense depth chart, there are definitely some surprises and a few players really standing out. Starting at the offensive line, we see names like Tyler Geaton, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker, and Terrence Steele. Now, I've got to say, Terrence Steele has been growing on me a lot lately. Watching him in training camp, especially how he's improved in pass blocking, gives me hope that he can be a solid contributor this season. It's the kind of development that Cowboys fans love to see, players stepping up when it counts. Moving to the skill positions, the running back room looks just about how we expected. Javonte Williams is currently listed as the starter, with Miles Sanders backing him up. Both are talented and proven, and it's encouraging to see that they'll share the workload, especially with rookies like Jaden Blue and Phil Maffa waiting in the wings. Those rookies might not climb the depth chart. The fast rookies usually need some time to get comfortable, but by week 3 or 4, expect them to get a significant share of snaps. The running game looks balanced and deep, which is exactly what the Cowboys need. The wide receiver group also has some interesting dynamics. Jonathan Mingo backing up CeeDee Lamb is notable because Mingo's build and style remind many of A.J. Brown's strong, physical, and fast. Then there's Jalen Tolbert, who, despite being a rookie, seems to have earned a lot of trust from the coaching staff. They're clearly counting on him to make a name for himself this season, and if he keeps performing well in camp, we could see some big plays from him. It's exciting to watch young receivers rise up the depth chart, and Tolbert is definitely one to keep an eye on. La'el Collins also makes a strong case for being a key player again this year. He's come back healthy and motivated, and his offseason work with Duke Manny on technique is promising. Collins was a disruptive force when he first joined the Cowboys, and his leadership and grit on the line will be vital as the team looks to protect Dak Prescott and open holes for the running backs. Beyond the starters, names like Jalen Cooper, Ryan Florian, and Dakota Shipley are showing flashes in camp. Cooper's circus catches have been getting attention, showing that the Cowboys have hidden gems even deeper on the roster. That kind of depth will be critical to getting through a long season without major drops in performance. So, which offensive player are you most excited about this season? Is it a veteran stepping up or one of the rookies climbing the depth chart? Let me know your pick in the comments below. And if you're loving this breakdown so far, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow and keeps us bringing you the best Cowboys coverage around. Next up, we'll break down the defensive depth chart and see how the starters and backups line up for the 2025 season. Stay tuned. Now, let's shift our focus to the defensive side of the ball, where the Cowboys have been building some serious depth. Starting with the first team, defense, you've got big names like Marshall Latimore, Mazie Smith, Micah Parsons, and Osa Odiazua holding down key spots. Mazie Smith did have a minor practice injury recently, but it sounds like he'll be fine, nothing to worry about long term. It's a solid front line, and these guys form the core of the defense that fans expect to dominate this year. In the linebacker group, we see familiar faces like Mars Lefu, Jack Sanborn, and Keith Murray. There's some chatter about Overshawn, who's coming back from injury and could shake things up in the starting lineup. The big question for fans is who Overshawn will bump from the starting roles. Jack Sanborn and Keith Murray have shown they can hold their own, but Overshawn's talent might push one of them back to a reserve role. This kind of competition is exactly what drives a team to get better. At the secondary, the Cowboys have their nickel and safety spots filled with players like Kerr Allen, Travin Diggs, K'Waun Williams, Donovan Wilson, and Malik Hooker. It's interesting to note that some fans are comparing Malik Hooker to Maris Bell might be quicker, but Hooker's closing speed is a real asset. The safety position is a key piece of the defense, and having depth there gives the Cowboys flexibility against all types of offenses. Moving to the backups, the depth chart looks just as impressive. Players like Jay Tuioti, Solomon Thomas, Dante Fowler, and Dion Clark bring experience and talent off the bench. Jay Tuioti, in particular, is being seen as a run stuffer who could push Mazie Smith for more playing time. His size and power in the middle of the line make him a valuable asset when the defense needs to stop the run. There are also some names you might recognize like Justin Barron, Shamar James, and Andrew Booth. While Andrew Booth has had some ups and downs, there's hope he's improved and can contribute more this season. The depth all the way down is what stands out here. Players like Peyton Turner, Barron, Winfrey, Sam Williams, and Buddy Johnson ensure the Cowboys don't miss a beat if injuries hit. And don't forget the rookies and younger players like Donovan Ezra, who is currently listed a bit lower on the depth chart, but has potential. It's normal for rookies to take time to adjust, but with this kind of depth, the Cowboys are setting themselves up to have fresh legs and energy throughout the season. Now, here's a question for you. When Overshawn returns, who do you think he should replace in the starting lineup? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay in the loop with every defensive update, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. There's plenty more to come as the season approaches. Next, we'll look closer at the rookies and the overall depth that makes this roster so promising. Don't go anywhere. Let's talk about the rookies and the depth players who often don't get the spotlight, but are absolutely crucial to the team's success. Starting with Donovan Ezra. He might be lower on the depth chart right now, but that's completely normal for a rookie adjusting to the NFL pace and the complex Cowboys playbook. Rookies rarely climb fast. It's all about how quickly they get comfortable with the schemes, the coaching, and the day-to-day grind. That learning curve is part of the process. Then there's Phil Mafah and Jaden Blue, two young backs who are showing flashes in practice, but are still working their way up. Their development will be key for the Cowboys, especially as the season progresses and fresh legs become more valuable. By midseason, you can expect to see these rookies contributing more, helping to keep the offense fresh and dynamic. Depth is something the Cowboys have been focusing on hard, and it shows here. Players like Johnny Cornelius, Jalen Cooper, and others are making noise in camp with impressive catches and solid blocking. These guys may not start on game day, but they're the kind of players who can step up and make a difference if called upon. That kind of reliable depth often separates good teams from championship contenders. On the offensive line and defense, the mix of veterans and young players is balanced well, giving the coaching staff flexibility to rotate and keep players healthy. Depth isn't just about numbers, it's about quality and readiness, and the Cowboys seem to have that in spades this year. I'm curious who's the rookie you're most excited about watching this season. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any updates on these young players or any other Cowboys news, hit that notification bell and subscribe. There's plenty more ahead. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the upcoming joint practices, the preseason, and what to expect heading into the season opener. Stick around. Looking ahead, the Cowboys have some key joint practices and preseason games on the horizon, starting with the upcoming sessions against the Rams. This is a great opportunity for the team to fine-tune their chemistry, test out some of those depth players we talked about, and get ready to hit the ground running. Last year, the preseason games had some close calls, including a narrow loss to the Rams. So this year, the Cowboys will be hungry to show improvement and dominance at every level, even if it's the third or fourth stringers on the field. One thing to keep in mind is that the preseason isn't just about wins and losses. It's about building momentum, learning the playbook, and staying healthy. The Cowboys will want to avoid any unnecessary injuries as they prepare for the regular season, where every starter needs to be ready to go from day one. Fans should expect to see the coaches evaluating who's ready to contribute immediately and who might take a bit longer. And speaking of the regular season, the big news continues to be the Micah Parsons contract. Jerry Jones has reassured fans not to lose sleep over it, and that confidence is key. With the way this roster is shaping up balanced depth, strong starters, and promising young talent, the Cowboys are poised to make a serious run this year. So here's a question for you. What's your prediction for the Cowboys season opener? Who do you think will be the standout player? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe and hit like to support the channel's growth as we chase the 16,000 subscriber milestone. Your support means everything. Thanks for tuning into Cowboys News TV. Stay close, because this season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. We'll see you next time.